All right, all right. I think we're good to go. Make sure my camera's adjusted. Let me try to move this over a little bit. Make sure, okay, I think that's about right. Let's see, am I centered? Yep. Hope you guys are doing great. Have a great topic we're going to talk about tonight. A great topic we're going to talk about tonight. So you guys ready? Let's get it. Well, if it's going to be, it's up to me to fulfill my dreams and possibilities with dedication and motivation to inspire thousands from all nations. When times are tough and breaks you down, just smile with toughness and rebuild from the ground. During tough times, adversity is a lot. Just remember, time flies, but you are the pilot. What's going on, folks? Hope you guys been doing great. Make sure I got all my technical stuff in line here. Have a great topic we want to talk to you guys about tonight. Hope you guys are ready for it. You guys know I'm an in-your-face kind of guy, but I do mean well. I don't mean to be harsh. I don't mean to be insulting or anything like that. I just like to speak what I see, what's on my mind, and what my visions are giving me. So hope you guys don't mind that. It is what it is. I'm not biased. I don't take sides on any matters. I don't care whether it's politics, Democrat or Republicans. To me, they both have their own agendas, and I talk shit about any one of them. Doesn't matter. So, but lately, Democrats have really been showing their ass, and I come down on them harder. Just like Malcolm X said, those folks are much more hypocritical. You got to really watch them people. You know what I'm saying, folks? But we're going to have a conversation tonight. I just want to give you an update on my school situation. I have a meeting this Thursday after completing school. I guess they want to just see how things are going. Oh, there goes Andrea. How you doing, Andrea? Thank you for stopping in. All right, Andrea says she is ready. Make sure my necktie is on point here. You know what I'm saying, folks? Make sure I'm in line. I got lineage going on here. Make sure the necktie is straight down the middle. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like curving to the side or to the left, right, all that kind of crap, right? But I am grateful you guys came in. But back to what I was saying about school, that is coming up Thursday. I had just a talk with someone on this past Friday, and in regards to possibly getting a contract already. So things are moving fast with the cybersecurity front. Very proud of my accomplishments in that, and things are moving forward. Got some other stuff spurring up. Still got the city project that we set to build overseas. That takes a process. That's a process. So when we'll get started on that, I don't know, but things are in the works, and I'm very excited about that. So you know, it is what it is. I'm proud of it. I'm ready to get going with things. Soon we'll be having our Wealth Summit tours back on track, going around doing these conferences again. We're proud of that too. So we're excited. A lot of exciting things are coming up, folks. You guys see the title of this discussion. She's too masculine, but you're living in her home. So we're going to talk about that. And, some women, ladies that I know, have shared with me that sometimes I can come across as hard on a woman. It's not that I'm hard on a woman, it's that I'm hard on myself. And I hold myself to certain standards as a man, right? Now, those of you who know me knows that I have no tolerance for women who wants to bring masculine energy. And here's what I will always stick with in that regard. If you're bringing masculine energy to a masculine man, expect no less than what God has given the correct source of masculine energy back to you. The true source of masculinity comes from a man. Everybody knows that. I don't care what side of the fence you want to be on, what side of the river you want to swim on. But if we want to talk about the true origins of humanity, the nature, the origins, nature, our creator, you have to recognize and just know for a fact, masculinity is from a man, femininity is from a woman. Now that we got that part straight, let's talk about some circumstances that do arise. Let's talk about some circumstances that do arise. And again, many of you who personally know me know that I have no tolerance for any woman who brings masculine energy. Live in your femininity. But at the same time, a man must master his masculinity. Because if you master your masculinity, she will live in her femininity by default. So what happens when you're a man and you are moving in or living in her domain? Who's really the head there? Who's the head of that household? What are the rights there? What rights do you have as a man to say that you're the man of the house? Now, I get it. Circumstances happen. You may lose your job. You don't want to be homeless. She don't want to see you on the street. I get it. I get it. That happens. That happens to the best of us as men. But let's put that aside because that is not what I'm speaking of. I'm speaking of the fact that you're there, regardless of the circumstances. Now, if she says, if you got all your stuff together, you got your ish together, you move in with her and you say to her, I got this. And she says, okay, the rent, whatever it costs to live in that place, if she concedes all of that over to you and you taking 100% responsibility, you take the rent from her, you paying the rent or the mortgage, you taking over full-fledged as if this is your home. That may be a different situation, depending on the conversation the two of you have. But if you moving in her stuff and you splitting bills with her, you helping her out. See, helping her out is not being her room. If you're a roommate, then that's something different. But if you moving in as a lady that you're seeing, you're in a relationship with, y'all living together, and she's the head of that domain, you can't complain about her giving masculine energy because she's in her given right to have masculine energy because she's taking over masculine duties. Y'all didn't get that. Y'all didn't get that. She is taking upon herself masculine duties with you being there with her. Now, here's what I found. I was a former commissioner, ANC commissioner in DC, political position. I held it for 3 terms before moving down here to Florida. I've seen a lot of evictions from, with women who've had a man in the home with them. If you have a man living in your home, there should not be any eviction in that place. Again, I get it. Times are hard. Things happen. I get that. But why is a man staying in your home and you are having problems paying your rent? You have 2 sources to get that taken care of, and it's still not getting done. So she's going to display masculine energy. She's going to come to a man as a man who's living in her house, just like her son. She's going to approach you the same way she's going to approach her son. You're too old, you're too grown to be laying up in here. I have rent to pay. Right? It is what it is. This is the damn late notice for rent. I'm barely keeping the light on. I'm barely keeping the water bill paid. The least your big grown ass can do is pay the motherfucking rent or the mortgage. Am I right about it, folks? I'm simply having this discussion with y'all because I've had a conversation with a relative of mine who allowed a man to move in her place. And he complained about her giving him masculine energy when he is not acting like a masculine man. She have to take the role of a masculine man in her home because she have to. That's her home. She's been doing it for years without a man being there. And if a man's being there and she can't rest in her femininity because this man is not going to take on the role of a man, of a masculine man in her home, then what do you expect a woman to do? You can't come to her and say, don't be bringing me no masculine energy. She have every God-given right to have masculine energy in her own shit. I'm not simping. I'm not, those of you know me know damn well I ain't no simp, but let's just talk about what's right here. Let's just talk common sense. Let's just speak the facts. Because I'm not giving way to a female who wants to give masculinity. That's not what I'm doing at all. Because like I said, those of you know, sure I'm good. Okay. Those of you know that I don't have no tolerance for a woman giving me masculine energy. Why? First of all, I don't put myself in position where she will have to do that to me. And if she does, she's gonna get that smoke coming back at her because I don't tolerate it. But when you're living in a woman's home and you are not taking over the responsibilities that she's been having to adhere to, then what right did you have to say, oh, man, you can't be giving me no masculinity, you give me masculinity? Where does that come from? Talk to me. I ain't saying. I'm just saying. So speaking to that, let me get to my comments here. Okay, we don't have any comments yet. First of all, I want to say hello and thank you to those who are watching on Twitch right now, and those who are watching on YouTube as well. Thank you guys for stopping in. We don't have LinkedIn on this podcast tonight. This topic is not LinkedIn-ish to me, so I did not include LinkedIn on this podcast. I might post this video on it a little later, but you know, as of right now, I did not want to include LinkedIn on this. But a lot of people on LinkedIn, they see me on YouTube. So YouTubers, thank you for stopping in. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Got more content that's going to be coming out on a weekly basis. So I really appreciate you guys for stopping in. Really much appreciated. So back to what I was saying, folks. Andrea said true. Yeah, I mean, you got to understand, there are a lot of single women out there. And yeah, I get it. There may be a shortage of men. There may be an even more shortage of alpha males. Men that's going to just take over and handle this shit, grab the bulls by the horn. There are a lot of men, there are not a lot of men like that out there. And then you got those men who are beyond beta males. They're like delta males and shit. You see what I'm saying? So I get it. There's a shortage of men. It really is. But when you get a man, and this is what you get a damn dud instead of a stud, a woman's going to be masculine. She's going to have that masculine energy that man or may be complaining about. I mean, come on, folks. It is what it is, right? Can't make this stuff up. Step your game up, handle your business as if you own this house. Because a woman will happily concede those responsibilities to you as a man. But if she's not conceding those responsibilities to you as a man, it's because you're not doing your manly duties in the house. All you 50-50 guys out there, all you guys that's looking to get in a relationship because you believe 2 incomes you can survive, instead of just saying, okay, maybe she can take the small stuff like cable or whatever, but I handle the bulk of it. If you're the type of guy who think everything got to be 50-50, that's not your lady, that's her roommate. You might as well get a 2-bedroom and y'all sleep in separate rooms. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Because then and only then, you should be able to tolerate her giving you masculine energy. She's giving you masculine energy because she's handling masculine duties in your presence. You guys didn't hear what I just said. She's giving you masculine energy because she is handling masculine duties in your presence. So what are you complaining about? I don't care if you're there temporarily. If you're there temporarily and that's not the arrangement that y'all had, then you have to be submissive. You have to be a submissive man in her domain. That's the facts. Those are the facts. You have to be a submissive man in her domain. There's no way around that, folks. There's no way around that. Handle your business as a man in the presence of a feminine woman, and she will always give you feminine energy. Gotta earn it, guys. Yes, women should be feminine by nature. I still believe that. But there's a lot of people who's not living in their nature. There's a lot of people who are not living in their purpose. And sometimes they're not living in their purpose because they're forced not to live in their purpose. They have to handle certain things in life. Single mothers, women single in their own home. I'm not telling her it doesn't mean that she's not a submissive woman. Yes, I prefer a submissive woman over a woman who can be submissive. Absolutely. But when you face with circumstances, you have to do what you got to do. And a woman can still be submissive if she's in her own place. But when a man is in there with her and she's forced to handle masculine duties in the presence of a man who should be masculine, then why the hell are you complaining about her having masculine energy? Masculine energy comes with the territory of handling masculine duties, folks. I ain't saying. I'm just saying. If you want to be a king, then you kings have their own castle. You need to get your own castle. There's some guys gonna have a problem with me having this discussion because I've seen guys with this have this problem with me posting things that's similar to this. Facts. And again, let me back up. Let me back up again and say this. I don't tolerate any woman who brings masculine energy because I didn't position myself to receive that. I would trash her ass quick for going out of my face. Get out of my house, get out of my car, whatever. I don't tolerate that. I have no tolerance for a woman with masculine energy. No tolerance, zero. I would shut that shit down. But you have to remember, you can't live a man who wants to have that same philosophy as I do. You can't live in a woman's home and expect that she won't have masculine energy because she's handling masculine duties in the presence of a man. If you're going to move in her home, you just tell her, okay, give me the things that you have to pay other than your rent. Okay, well, I'll take care of the rent. I'll take care of the electric bill. I'll take care of the water bill. I'm going to operate this as if this is my castle. I'm handling this as a man. And that's exactly what she should be expecting of you. At that point, okay, you don't have to have tolerance of her bringing you masculine energy because you're handling everything. You ain't no 50-50 guy. My father always told me don't be no 50-50 guy. Women wants two things, folks, and two things only: security and intimacy. And a lot of people don't agree to this too. They don't agree to this, what I'm about to say, but this is a fact. Women receive unconditional love. Men receive love based on what we can provide. I don't care how many people try to deny that. That is a stone fact. That is a stone fact. And I'm okay with that. So the fact of the matter is, what can you provide? A woman should not ask you what you can bring to the table. Because if you're a provider, the table should be yours. Hello? A woman, let me say that part again, because I don't think y'all heard that. A woman should not have to ask you what you bring to the table. Because if you are a provider, the table should be yours. You should own the damn table. Let me see what Carrie Ann had to say. That's my Jamaican sister right there. Not all male human beings are men. That's right. Lots of women had to step up and be masculine because she had no choice and had to do what she had to do. That is exactly what I just said, folks. She's just spot on with what I just said. I told you guys. I told y'all. My mom always lived in her femininity. She said the man should be the table. Thank you. Thank you. Only way a table should be involved if y'all talking about 50-50. And I ain't with no 50-50. I provide the castle. I take over. It's mine. It's my domain. I listen to this guy named Kevin Samuels. I know a lot of women don't like him. He states facts. He does his research. He has his receipts. Women don't like his delivery. Okay, fine. But he said something once. I heard my father say. I don't know. My father said a lot of stuff, and that's probably why I am the way I am today. A lot of stuff that you hear me say, quotes that come out. A lot of stuff I've heard my father say for years, man. Other than get your education, get your education. My father said a lot of shit. But I heard Kevin Samuels say something that I heard my father say. I heard my father say it like 2 or 3 times. I'm referring to a female. He said, as far as women, he said, women belongs to me, the children belongs to her, and I belong to God. Come on, fellas. Report to our Creator. We should be trying to give reports to our Creator on how we are handling humanity. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. When I heard that guy Kevin Samuels say that, I said, I was like dozing off, laying down. And you know, when you're on YouTube, after one video play, the next one start playing. It's like a we just start channeling different videos. And I thought I was dreaming when I heard it, and I looked up, and it was Kevin Samuels' video happened to be on. But I was watching some other videos, and I fell asleep on them. And then next thing you know, his video came up, and I'm like, I woke up, and I'm like, I thought my dad came back to life or something. I thought I was dreaming, and it was Kevin Samuels. He actually said that. I'm like, wow. So today I give him the credit because he's living. He said it. That quote goes to Kevin Samuels. All credit is due. Carrie Ann said, report to the Creator how you're handling his gift to you actually. Yes, sir. Exactly. That's my point. That's my point. Exactly my point. Make sure my tie straight, man. You all know I gotta keep it sharp, man. I gotta keep it sharp. I gotta make sure the tie is straight. Make sure the handkerchief is where it's supposed to be. The handkerchief is on point. Listen, fellas, stop wearing a suit. This is another thing. You got to be distinguished. Don't be putting a suit on if you ain't got a handkerchief or a pocket square. If you ain't gonna put a handkerchief or a pocket square, don't put the suit on. You know, I listened to Dr. Dennis Kimbrough he said that exact same thing. You know what he said? He said, if you look the part, talk the part, act the part, walk the part, then damn it, you will get the part. If you want the part, you gotta act, you gotta look. Distinguish. Put a pocket square in your suit. I spoke to these people on Friday about a possible contract in cybersecurity. I'm sitting here suited and booted. I got my pocket square in. Them folks look like they were just lounging around the house. Not saying that they didn't look professional, but I got to be at my best. You always want to give your best, folks. If you can't give your best, then don't give. Nobody wants something half-assed. If you can't be who you're supposed to be as a man, then you need to go to the drawing board, get your shit right, go to some manhood training classes, get on YouTube, learn how to tie a necktie, learn about pocket squares and handkerchiefs, understand the right color type of suits to interview with, earth colors, blue, brown, black, gray. and sometimes brown, depending on the shade of brown. So you got to understand, folks. You got to understand that. Andrea said most women are very submissive when they feel safe. See, I told y'all, y'all thought I was making this up. I said to y'all, I said women want two things and two things only: security and intimacy. I ain't making this up, folks. So fellas, you hear me talk about women. I don't down women. I don't talk bad about women. I just put people in their place when they're out of line, like people have done to me. I talk to a female about her femininity all the time. I don't tolerate it. But you got to also have to realize that a woman have to live. If she's doing masculine duties in the presence of a man who should be masculine, then she's going to give him masculine energy. She's going to tell him to step up and do his part as a man. Otherwise, don't move in her home. I don't agree with you moving in her home anyway, to be honest with you. But if that's what you have to do, then you have to take over the duties of a man in that woman's home. Like I said, kings have their own castle. So be careful, ladies, who you calling king. Everybody don't deserve that title. I don't think like a king, damn it. I think like an emperor. Come on, folks. So you have your king, you got your emperor. Kings rules a kingdom. An emperor rules nations. You guys just heard me in my opening point. If it's going to be, it's up to me to fulfill my dreams and possibilities with dedication and motivation to inspire thousands from all nations. That's the thought. That's the thinking of an emperor. I ain't saying. I'm just saying. I ain't pat myself on the back. I ain't bragging. You know what? I am bragging, okay? I'm bragging. I'm bragging. I am. I'm bragging. I deserve to brag. Because I handles my shit. Period. Whether I make this amount of money or that amount of money, I'm always going to be on my shit. I don't care what type of losses I've had, the struggles I've went through. Even when I was homeless, I still was out here handling my shit. That's why I deserve to brag. I'm bragging. I don't care who's mad about it. They didn't do this. I had to do this. I did it myself. I earned it. Because nobody's going to support you. Listen, folks, you got to participate in your own rescue. And guys, if you take on that mentality, you wouldn't have to live in a woman's home. You will provide a home for her to come live in. And she can rent her home out if she owns it. See, that's the key. You don't live in a woman's home. You provide a home for her to come live in. You provide the domain. You give her that security, that intimacy that she's looking for. Guys gonna like this. We gotta hold ourselves to a higher standard. Don't let women hold us to a standard. Hold yourself to a higher standard. When you hold yourself to a higher standard, she has nothing to talk about. She had nothing to complain about. She can relax. She can relax in her femininity. Andrea said he needs to be comfortable in his position. And that's a fact. Exactly what I've been telling y'all. If you master your masculinity, by default, she will relax in her femininity. I don't care how much masculine energy she's been given. I don't care how many men she's been giving masculine energy to. But when she comes up to a masculine man, she will know it. Trust me, fellas. she would know it. I've had women, and see, you got to understand, yeah, but everybody ain't, she think everybody the same. Right? She might do thinks everybody the same until you show her you different. She may approach you like she had to approach several guys in the past who weren't masculine. But when she see that she's hit, did she hit a wall with you as a masculine man? She'll go into a femininity by default. Even if she continue to try to challenge you, to challenge your masculinity. Because I've had them try that. It didn't work. Shut that shit down. You can't shut down nothing if you're going to go living up in her crib. And then not handle the proper duties of a man. On top of that, how do you think she's supposed to behave? I ain't saying, I'm just saying. That's just facts. Please like, share, and subscribe. So, folks, that's all I wanted to talk to y'all about today. I hope this has been helpful. Ladies, I hope you can share this video to many of your friends. All I ask you to do is just share the video. If it wasn't for you, if it didn't help you, that is fine. I'm okay with that. It's not for everybody. I'm not looking for everybody. I'm only looking for those that see it, that get it. That's all. Share the video. Share. Okay? There's 3 things I want to ask of you. That is one of them. Secondly, all I'm asking you to do is give a small donation, $20 or less, to the podcast. You see my hashtag, my $, J Hunter Lee there. You're donating to the podcast only. It doesn't go to me. I don't need your money. I'm okay there. $20 or less. Do not send more than $20 because I will reject it. I will send it back. I'm not asking for that much money. Hope you guys see that. Hope you guys get that. I'm a fair guy. I believe in transparency. So make a donation, $20 or less, to the podcast. As you guys can see, you might need my laptop. Might need to upgrade my laptop, camera, my lighting, And as you guys can see, I got my background now. You don't see that window behind me anymore. Here's my background. Got my background here, folks. So listen, I paid most of the money, but a little bit of a contributions that you guys put out, it was given towards this. So you never know what's going to be next. I'm going to replace or add to the podcast, right? So that's all I ask for. Small donation, $20 or less. It could be $5. I'm not petty. I don't care. And my third thing, what I want you to do, folks, is to do this. I want you to sing like no one can hear you, dance like no one can see you, love like you've never been hurt, and live like it's heaven on earth. I'm J Hunter Lee. I love you, and the world needs you. So stop that damn texting and driving. Peace and blessings, folks. Have a great day.